Hey everyone, so today I wanted to talk about the anniversary as a whole so far. Currently, if you're watching this in like the distant future, Amelia just came out a couple days ago, and Lyda is yet to be announced at all. We know she's coming, they told us she was coming, but we have no idea anything about her. She's currently not even in the files, so far the anniversary, it's a tough call, but I don't think it's the best. As you can see, Amelia's not technically part of the anniversary. She's mainly just here because it's her birthday. Otherwise, she'd have this little anniversary watermark that all the rest of the banners have. So, interesting that I didn't notice that until now. This could possibly mean that the anniversary is done and Lyda is just not part of the anniversary. Although she shares literal, like the exact same art with Shion. They're like two pieces, or pieces to each other. Everything about each other just they're intertwined. Is what I'm trying to say, and it's just weird that she's not like been fully announced. I thought I hit the single button there for a second. I didn't want to summon. Yeah, so it's just kind of weird that we don't have anything about her except from it. We haven't heard anything about Lyda since the live stream. It's just a little odd. The banners have been pretty okay, nothing crazy. Standard pulls, standard rates. It's underwhelming, I'd say. 100 free pulls is not something to scoff at, in my opinion. I think it's cool that they did something like that, but for Golden Week, we got the exact same thing, and it was a lot cooler in my opinion because it was a big banner with a bunch of really cool characters. It wasn't like Shion's banner. Like, let's say Shion would come into the game and then another banner would come into the game with all the previous really good characters. It's something like that, but instead on the main banner we got 100 free pulls. So either or, but I do probably prefer the bigger banner with a bunch of previous characters that were like extremely meta, very good. Like with Golden Week, we had Warlord Mimi come out, and with her, I believe, was the 10 free multis, or 10 free pulls daily. It added up to 100. You do one free multi a day, and it was on a way better banner than Mimi's actual banner. So I think that kind of structure was way better. Honestly, I can't remember how we got tickets for Shion. I have my catalog of videos pulled up in the background, so I'm just looking through them to kind of refresh how everything about the anniversary, because my memory is not the best. Let's just say that. I believe we had some free tickets given to us. Oh yeah, it was dailies, it was logins, so that was nice. It was kind of the same thing, but again, the banner structures were different, so it's kind of whatever. One thing I was talking to people in the Discord, the 100 tickets is acceptable if Lyda were to come out for part 2, part 3, whatever you want to call it, the anniversary in general. If Lyda was to come out and also get 100 free pulls, I think that's the play for this kind of structure. I don't think anything we've gotten or had to play or any of the characters have warranted the name, anniversary characters or anniversary celebration. Nothing so far has really blown us away. Mono yellow is pretty solid, but mono red is probably still leagues better. Amelia is great, but she's not even technically a part of the anniversary. She's just here because her birthday month is here. As well as she's not even having her own team for mono yet. We have Shion, which again, mono yellow is pretty okay, but I think mono red's still better. None of the events have been insane. It's hard to top the summer event. The summer event was by far leagues better than anything we've ever gotten in the game. Not only did we get one new character that was entirely new, let me say this, not only did we get a 3-star ticket, we got a 3-star ticket of one of the newest units in the game, and that's just it was basically for free. If you're strong enough to get far into the event, which wasn't even that hard. It was insanely good. And in the event, the boss you didn't even have to beat the boss. So you can just literally just let it kill you and it counts as a run. Although I believe you can just do like any of the stages. I don't think it had to be the hardest stage. So as long as you were basically there in the beginning, you got the free ticket, and it was just so good. Anything we've gotten so far has just been standard. We had the standard subjugation event, nothing crazy there. The timeline on it wasn't even that good. You know, it wasn't that long. I had to use some gems. I had 3 of the boosted units, and I had a boosted memory that was awakened. Each awakening giving you more bonus for the event. I had 3 of those. And then I believe a red star memory, so that's 2 awakenings, so it's another 50% for the bonus. And I still had to use stamina in order to completely finish all the missions of subjugation event. So they're getting better with subjugation events, but they still need to work out some kinks. I don't think missions should ever be that hard to clear. I don't know why they ever changed it to where the second memory, instead of beating the last stage of the event, you have to beat every single mission point wise and get a total of 250,000 points. I think that's just so stupid. I hate that they did that. Every subjugation event since then has just sucked. I hated the ticket system for new units that came out. The ticket system in general is just a general problem with the game, not really Anniversary's fault. This ticket system with the new characters, you getting tickets through the events and instead of getting gems, is completely bad, because not only are you missing out on free singles, potentially you're also missing out on the gems. So the tickets, they replace gem resources from the events. So the rewards that you would get from the events used to be gems, whether it be missions from the exchange shop, from the lottery, it depends on the mission or the event you're playing. Now you get tickets, and so you're losing out on those gems, and since we get tickets, we no longer get free singles. So we're losing out on singles and gems. And someone pointed out to me, it was Mace in the Discord, that tickets sometimes don't even count towards these tickets right here in the top right, where you can equivalent a decent amount over time and then be able to buy stuff like shards, fragments, the actual character. Sometimes they didn't even count towards that. I don't know about these. I'm pretty sure, because obviously I didn't do any summons here, so they counted here, but sometimes they just don't count. I'll just see if Amelia's counts. Yeah, see, Amelia's doesn't count. There's no tickets here. So if you were to get tickets from the event, which I already have, I've done one multi, and you guys seen that in the previous video. There's no ticket counter, so we're losing out on potential shards there. Like, it's only gonna be like 3 or 4 shards. It's not gonna be that many, because I'm probably not gonna summon here unless Lida's blue, and or we get news on the Elsa. I think Amelia is a pretty cool unit. I'd love to summon on her, but it's just not my place right now. But yeah, so that's just mighty unfortunate that we just don't get tickets like that anymore. So yeah, it's mainly a problem with the event structure rather than the anniversary as a whole. So I'm not gonna dig out too many points on the anniversary for that. But also, we didn't get any, we almost got 0 gems. We have a lot more events, and it seems like we're getting gems a lot, but really, these are standard events. Recollection battles don't really count, because I would assume they'd come regardless. They love doing these kind of stories with all these restricted characters, and I don't know why they're just retreading Labyrinth. They're starting to restrict characters on everything you do, and it's super annoying. At first it was Weekly Tower, then it was Labyrinth, then this, and then I don't know what else could be next. But it's just pretty annoying. Although this is a good thing for the game, I think in the long run. I don't think it's specifically anniversary wise, this is a permanent thing. They did announce some stuff in the future, but who knows when any of that will come. So I'm looking forward to most of the things they announced. They announced some pretty cool stuff, but they just never said the dates for any of it. We're getting a new Labyrinth character that's potentially super cool. We're getting a new arena, which is probably gonna be a mess, let's be honest. One cool thing that they did do here is this dungeon right here. Although they could have done it way better, they could have put every character in at once and have this rate boost be permanent, or at least at the start of it. I'm not sure why they waited halfway to do the dungeon boost, because now we get 3 fragments instead of 1, which is really sick. I don't know if this affects the lottery. That'd be insane if you have 50 fragments to go up to 150 fragments. I don't think that's the case. That'd be insane though. But yeah, so like this meaning that the previous set of characters that were implemented into this dungeon, because if you don't know, they actually changed the characters like midway. Well, I would assume midway. We don't know I don't think we know the end date for this. At least I don't personally. So they changed the pool of characters. So we used to have some good characters, but now this pool is even, I think, maybe better, was my opinion on it when I first did the video. But meaning we didn't get the first pool of characters to have a bonus, so it's just kind of weird that they would bonus the second pool of characters instead of the first pool. That's why I say they all should have just been there in the first place, with the rate up just already as the event came. So yeah, just kind of weird overall. It's really good that everything is boosted here, but I'm kind of done with this already. I actually just finished my last gold unit today, which is this Roz, so now I have everything here golded. So that's pretty cool. I don't have to waste that much stamina anymore. Took a lot of work, but it is what it is. I would have loved to see longer boosts here, potentially. Man, that'd be so sick if they took off restrictions for anniversary. They could have done something like that. Again, the events here have been super standard, nothing crazy. We haven't got anything for Labyrinth. It's been very lackluster for events. We had the score challenge, which I completely forgot about because it was so underwhelming. It came out of left field. We had no news on it. It gave us potentially 20 to 15 gems daily, one being the max of 20, the other being the max of 15, so you get a total of 35. It was okay. I mean, I guess it would have been way cooler if we had the score thing a permanent stage, like the Recollection of Memories or Recollection Battles. I don't know why I called it Memories. Recollection Battles, like if it was permanent, it'd be so much more fun for the game because we can test stuff a lot more consistently. I don't think we have like any testing stages like that, so that would have been desperately needed, and I don't think Sega really understood the weight of that stage entirely. So that crystal stage in particular, I think would have been an insanely good stage to have. I think we overlooked that a lot of other games have a lot of testing places where you can test damage consistently and stuff like that. So I think every game should have something like that in some capacity, and it's just kind of unfortunate. We also got the new If. This was pretty cool. Although, sorry, my throat. I believe this was before the anniversary, like slightly before. It was like pre-anniversary. I'll still count it though, because pre-anniversary is obviously anniversary. So this was a great addition. They added some new memories. It was a lot of fun to read. I believe it's completely finished now, so that's pretty sick. I hope people enjoyed it. I had some idea of the story, just because like it's hard not to when you're actually going through it. But I didn't read it at all. But I heard some good things, so that's really good. And also we got some banger characters out of it. Again, we're looking to see Elsa right here come out as potentially part of the anniversary as well, because we know Betty was pre-anniversary. She was still listed as anniversary, I think. So she was part of it. She was a great unit for Mono Red. I think she's probably the best Mono Red unit out there, besides potentially Betty, or the swimsuit Betty. I mean, but yeah. And then man, looking at gallery. Gallery was insanely disappointing. One of the most underwhelming features, one of the worst features in the game. It's just so disappointing to see. The only thing it was good for was rewards. The only thing you can really do here is you come here, you can change the background, and the only way you get to see the background is if you do this. And it's like some nice screenshots, but you still have the chibi form, meaning you can't see the entire art by itself. I don't even know if you can look at characters you have locked. You can't. Yeah, you can't even do that, so that's pretty lame. And it's insanely disappointing to see. I like this as like a long-term thing where you collect and you get more rewards. I think this is a cool feature of it. But then they didn't have the collect all button, which we are getting in early October, they said. So wait on that. But overall, it's very disappointing because I thought you'd be able to do something with your characters. I thought you would be able to change this background. That would have been a huge feature that I think a lot of people would have liked. They did nothing with friend system or anything like that. Obviously, we might be getting stuff like that because of the survey. The survey spoke a lot, or it told a lot about what they're thinking about and what they can potentially are willing to add. So I think the survey was a very good thing for the game, but that was pre-anniversary, so it doesn't really count. But it looks like they are looking into affection, which is completely useless currently. Currently I'm trying to get my Elsa to 10k. She's gonna be like my closest unit. She's at 8.6k. One thing I found out, but I haven't been able to take advantage of, is you're able to cheese this. You can actually go into 1 stamina stages and just skip ticket it, and it counts as 1, because a 30 stamina stage counts as 1 clear, and these are clears. So if you can just, you know, if I can get 1400 stamina, that's like my affinity right there. I'll just use 1400 tickets from the skip tickets, so then bam, 10k. So that's how I'm gonna choose it whenever I get the opportunity. But yeah, so they said they're looking forward to affection and stuff like that. Like, they're looking at stuff like that, and I thought this was gonna be more geared in that direction, but this is, you just look at the unit. It's super disappointing. You can also look at past story art. So this is pretty cool. This is what I would have wanted for character art. It kind of sucks that this thing is in the way. With something like this, where there's no chibi at the bottom of the character, I would have loved for normal art. But it is what it is, I guess. Like, this is sick, but it's like, why would they implement this full screen mode if they're just gonna block it off? Like, what's the point of that? So yeah, just a weird addition overall. Also, I didn't even get to talk about Roswell's birthday. Roswell's birthday was also in September. They did something for Priscilla, they did something for Amelia. They both got shops. Obviously Amelia has her own unit because, you know, she's Amelia, as well as an event based around her, and tickets. But, you know, Priscilla is not that cool, I guess, and neither is Roz. Roz was the ultimate shaft for a birthday. He got absolutely shafted on. If you didn't even notice, you got 10 Roswell shards in your box for 1 login day, and that was his birthday. And that was it. That was the event. That was his birthday. Nothing else. So Roswell fans, I feel bad for you. I'm pretty pissed myself. It's pretty lame. It's depressing that they did that. It is what it is, I guess. Also, Hammer. We also got the Hammer shop. This was pretty good. I'm not even gonna lie. This is pretty good. It definitely bought me a good amount of hammers. So that's pretty solid. Solid addition on Sega's part right there. And yeah, so man, Anniversary's been so depressing so far. It's been so lackluster. We also have Arena. Arena's the exact same. I would have loved to see this cool. I have to wait 13 hours to play the game in its entirety. 13 hours. What kind of stamina system is this, man? This is so depressing to look at. I hope the new Arena is a lot more playable. I don't want to sit here for an entire day just to wait for my stamina recharge. Someone in the Discord said it was like so people can rest and stuff like that. It's like, well, this is a game. If you want to rest, then just don't play it. You don't have to punish every other player in the world. It's like, that's so stupid. Like, if it was like, it's like treasure map from One Piece Treasure Cruise, or like the World Tournament from Dokkan Battle, yeah, people need some time to rest. That shit's like a 4-day event constantly going on to see who's the best. But if your game has a constant of PvP mode, you know, people want to play against each other. They don't want to wait entire days for their stamina recharge. Although in this game, debatably, they probably do, because the meta is so dog shit right now. And PvP is actually just more of a pain in the ass to play. People really only do it for the dailies, which we do have a daily campaign. It's not the craziest, but it is pretty nice, so I'll give Sega that. But yeah, PvP is just in such a shit state that like this seems okay. But if this was any other game with a normal functioning PvP meta, I think this would be unacceptable. I just think it's complete dog shit in my opinion. I absolutely hate it. But again, hopefully they fix that with Grand Arena. And also these missions right here, they came out, they were fantastic. They were some of the best in the game. They made the game actually so much fun. This was so much fun, like trying to complete everything in here. And when they did complete it, they just never refreshed it. It's done. I feel like bad games have a lot of these where they implement something really cool and it's permanent, and then it just stops. I feel like that's how you know a sign of a bad game. It's where devs like do stuff like this because they're just throwing everything at the wall to see what sticks, and then they don't really commit to anything, so it doesn't really work long term. That's how I felt about Labyrinth until we got the new announcement for a Labyrinth character, and it's still kind of new, so it's hard to say. But I think they're actually doing a great job with Labyrinth. This can potentially be just as bad as Recollection Battles could be just as bad as this, where we get these 4 initial stages, and then after the dogs, we don't hear a peep out of them about Recollection Battles. So it could be just stuff like that. Also, I feel like the same idea goes to a lot of the stages here. I feel like this is just such an empty tab. I feel like this is just the daily tab. Like, there should be more stuff here as time goes on. I think hourglasses are a lot needed more. They're in almost every event, but it sucks that they're in almost every event. Everyone almost always complains about them. Gallery has provided more than enough hourglasses. I feel like if we had an hourglass stage or elixir stage, I forgot it's elixir. An elixir stage, I think that'd be cool here. Just maybe get like 1 a day. I think that could potentially stack up in the long term. Possibly like a daily one that gives 2 a day, and then a normal one that gives 1. I think that could be pretty sick. That definitely free up a lot of reward spots for like events, because I feel like everything in their mom gives off elixir. So if we can just free up some spaces there, that might be a little too greedy. I kind of thinking about it like it might be a little too greedy, but I think it could potentially work. Yeah, just overall, this video is just kind of me coming up with ideas for Sega. Kind of sucks because we should be getting all this really cool shit. Boss rush. They did that once, a couple times, I think twice. They never touched it again. It should have been brought back for Anniversary, I believe. It still could be. I mean, Lida might be part of Anniversary as well. It's not looking good because they haven't said anything about her. Patiently waiting, but I think potentially if Boss Rush can come back, that was really fun in my opinion. Seeing everyone trying to beat it in certain times. I don't know how I felt about missions being camp restricted. I think that was kind of lame. I think time restrictions is pretty cool. Having to do a certain amount of time for gems is pretty sick, but I don't think it should be camp restricted. And then obviously the titles are kind of dead. It'd be super fun to get titles again. I don't even know where they are. That's how dead they are. Yeah, I don't even know where titles are, but yeah, it'd be cool to get like some. Well, it's like I can't even read Japanese, so it doesn't really matter to me. I don't even know what the titles say and stuff like that. But it could be fun, I guess, like chasing some cool titles. Something like that for the boss rush could potentially be really sick. And yeah, so my thoughts overall on Anniversary, it's good, but it could have been way better. It's pretty lackluster. I think because the ceiling was so high, it feels so much worse that it happened the way it happened. And yeah, I guess that's all I have to say. It just could have been so much better. It could have been the greatest celebration in the game's history, but then I feel like they put way too many resources into the beach event, so close to the Anniversary event that they didn't have time to really create something really good. So we kind of just got left with some really cool units with some very average events, and it's unfortunate. Also, we didn't even get that many gems. There's a lot of little ones here and there, but in reality, most of the gems that came from Anniversary have just been from the standard Subjugation and All Out War event. You get 400 in total from this. You get none from this. The damage and score calculations, it's just dependent on how many of the new characters you pulled, honestly. I don't think any of the existing characters besides the probably mono red could really do the same damage numbers potentially as mono yellow, just because like the events were basically made for them. The crystal one being made for Ram, obviously, and then I forgot what it was called, but the boss that was also the subjugation event boss was just perfect for mono yellow as a team. So it is what it is. I think we did get like 1k gems for free, so that was nice, but that should have been like the tip of the iceberg in my opinion. And yeah, so I'm just rambling at this point. I'm gonna end the video. Let me know what you guys think of the anniversary. I thought it was pretty dog shit so far, to be honest. I'm thinking about it. I don't want to be too harsh, but yeah. So that's gonna do it for the video. And I'll see you guys next time. Later.